Well, let's do some Crazytown. Joe Biden was out and about today talking about supply chains and how great everything is. And, your Thanksgiving that you just all lived through and paid for, it's all the fig Newton of your imagination here, according to Joe Biden, because, he has a figure to tell you about where this Thanksgiving ranks as opposed to other ones. Crazytown, roll it, Aaron. All right, Joe, come on.
It's good to see you all. But sometimes the big things work or don't work based on whether or not the little things are in place. Secretary Buttigieg helped us launch this new council. There was a conversation at the kitchen table. I mean, literally, not figuratively. Those conversations have been going on at kitchen tables all across America for a while now. From turkey to air travel to tank of gas, costs went down. They went down. In fact, as a share of earnings this Thanksgiving, dinner was the 4th cheapest ever on record. How much y'all know that? Press is particularly excited about that, I can see. But look, all kidding aside, that's not all.
Must be kidding.
And there's no accident when it comes down to supply chains. Did you ever think we'd be talking this much about supply chains? No, but I'm serious. Over the last 3 years, all the leaders around this table, these two tables on my right and left, so many of us and so many of us enjoyed in Thanksgiving. Folks, the result, today our supply chains are stronger than ever. The prices are still too high for too many things. That times are still too tough for too many families. Let me be clear. To any corporation that's not brought their prices back down, even as inflation has come down, even as supply chains have been rebuilt, it's time to stop the price gouging and give the American consumer a break.
Businesses
from banking, hotels, retail housing, rental housing, cable networks, and the internet. I'm charging this group to ensure that our supply chains remain secure, diversified, resilient, and into the future. We all saw what happened then. Semiconductor supply chains from Asia and America from Asia to America shut down. If this agreement had been in place back then, we've been able to avoid that. And auto companies could not have had to lay off so many workers because they couldn't get the computer chips to build the vehicles. Fortunately, we've been able to push back on MAGA Republicans so far. But they haven't given up. They haven't given up. They still want to undo this progress we're making. They're proposing cuts in investments in roads, bridges, the internet, and high-speed internet, the very things that provided from the, anyway, they're across the board. We're not importing anything other than what we make. We're making it here, and we're sending it overseas rather than going to the cheapest place we can go to have it made. Benefits, average benefit cut will be 13% for people, by 13%, those will be cut. I've never been more optimistic about our nation's future. We just have to remember who we are. You've heard me say it before, we are the United States of America, and there's nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together.
So nothing has changed. Nothing has changed over the holiday week for his speeches.
4th cheapest Thanksgiving ever.